Hey, hey. Good morning. Oh, all right. Spirit says he's got a message. Let's see what they got to say. What a crazy day yesterday was. Not necessarily bad, but like just crazy. Got a couple new decks. A couple oracle decks. So we'll get into those. But let's just pull and see where we go. Spirit, I allow you to use my vessel to bring forth light and love and the message that this individual needs to hear. Thank you. Let's get into it. So what's going on? What's cooking in the kitchen? I'm hearing cooking. Something is coming together. Like cooking, like a recipe. Spirit is cooking. Smells good. Metaphorically. What secret mission are you on? Right place, right time. You vibrate higher than most. Calibrate. The pain taught you what peace feels like. Peace is the new normal. Cross my heart, hope to die. Welcome to my dark side. Even the dark side has its purpose. Don't you quit. Some blessings come soon, some come later, some don't come till heaven. 737, 595. And on this cross my heart, hope to die, there's some symbols, heart, cross, and a little coffin. So maybe those are significant for somebody. Your timeline isn't in alignment. What's missing? What experience are you missing? Flyleaf all around me. Spirit, what's going on? They didn't know you are one of God's favorites. They didn't know you were one of God's favorites. You are one of God's chosen ones. Confirmation. What is for you? What is not for you? Tap into your sensitivity. I think you're coming online. Remind yourself you are loved, you are valued, you are unique, you are beautiful. I think you're coming online. I think that I'm hearing online. And maybe there's some insecurities with this reminder. And this, welcome to my dark side. Maybe that's what you're doing, is going through the dark night of the soul. Thank your past selves for everything they got you through to get you here. Yeah. I think you're uprooting some stuff. I think you're going through a dark night of the soul. And, that part of the journey is not easy, but necessary. Make light of where you are. What is anger? Of monsters of men, little talks. Confirmation yawn. Yeah. Lucas Nelson, find yourself. You're finding your way back home within yourself. 1111. Snails, crabs, and conchs. Remember to breathe. Take a deep breath. Practice your breath work. Regulate your nervous system. You are defiant in the best way possible. Don't dim your light. You've always known you were meant for more than where you're from. The amount of trust you have in yourself allows others to trust you. When you feel your energy heighten, go for walks, exercise, get it out of you. When you're going through the dark night of the soul and you're looking at the dark side of yourself, there's nothing there's nothing there that can harm you, so to speak, unless you allow it. We all have a light and dark side. And when you tap into those darker energies, or you tap into that side of yourself, and you face those demons, you have to remember that your demons have a purpose too. Even the dark side has a purpose. Okay? And depending on your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs, okay, God created both heaven and hell. Right? He knew that Satan was going to come up against him. Confirmation burp. Jesus knew Judas would betray him. All right, but it serves a purpose. Your dark side has a purpose. Remember to breathe and take deep breaths. Yeah, remember your breath work. When you're doing this, remember to just take nice deep breaths. And there's different breath work exercises that you can do. You just need to find the one that works for you. Whatever regulates your nervous system. Again, regulate your nervous system, right? You're finding a way back home. When you go through the dark side of yourself, it's for no other reason than to get to better know yourself and heal those darker aspects of yourself to the best of your ability, and just really face those demons head on, and just say no more. Like, you don't run this show anymore. This is my life. This is my show. And I'm a good person, and you no longer have access to the control panels anymore. Ooh, dang. And remind yourself, like, you are loved. If you're still here, if you're still breathing, and if you're still kicking and screaming, right? Like, you're loved. You're valued. You are unique, right? We're all made in the image of our Creator. The spirit world is cheering you on. Keep going. Steadfast progress. Because once you get through this, what's on the other side is so awesome. That inner peace, that inner knowing, that inner confidence, that inner ability to know oneself, both light and dark, is I'm hearing privilege, right? Like, so many people go through life, living in drama and anger and, just discontentment. Ooh, yeah, ew. Even that word, it like tasted gross coming out of my mouth. Your highest timeline's calling. Make the jump. Yeah. Once you get through this part of it, you're going to start jumping timelines. Jungle problems. Your body is the gateway. Your nervous system is quietly telling you what is no and what is yes. Sit in the nothingness. And that's a great point, Spirit. Thank you. Once you do this, you're better attuned within yourself to be able to have the confidence to make a choice. I think that was a message that we had the other day, was making a choice. Because you're more attuned with yourself. You know who you are at that point. You're not just allowing these parts of yourself to run the show anymore. They'll never understand everything you've been through. Stop explaining, heal, and move on. Yeah, just take this time. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. And it's probably better off if you don't. This work requires time alone. This work requires time with you and your spirit team, you and God, you and your ancestral bloodline, because a lot of it is also generational curse breaking and healing. When you hit rock bottom, use it as a stable foundation to rebuild yourself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Most people want to run from their dark side. They don't want to face it head on. They don't want to look at it because there's shame a lot of times. I'm hearing they're ashamed. It's not pretty, you know. It's not a great light to be shown on an individual. But in my experience, I would rather know the dark side of myself truly and wholly than for it to sneak out sideways and me not know what that part of me is, and others see it and judge me on it and criticize and, you know, get the wrong idea of who I am, you know. And like even now, like when I get angry and stuff like that, because it still happens, those feelings still come up, but it's so much easier to acknowledge, right? Like just a few years ago, before I started all this healing work and stuff like that, like, listen, and I'm not saying this to boast or um commend this type of behavior. I was not somebody to be messed with. Like my anger was, it was scary, and anything could set me off. Anything. And you know, I'd get boisterous. If you pissed me off, listen, you would know about it. You would know who, what, where, when, why, and how you can fix it. All right. And now, oh man, it's just like I had to go deep inside of myself and look at those things about myself and be like, why do I act like this? Why do I do these things? You know, why am I promiscuous? What am I looking for in all these, you know, people? What is it about me? Why am I so insecure around, you know, other people? Why am I trigger happy, right? Like, I mean, literally anything could set me off. And it wasn't just like just anger. Anger was like the first level. It could turn into full-blown rage, right? I mean, like, you know, why am I depressed? Why do I have anxiety? Why can't I trust people? Why can't, you know, like all these things. And it was because of past traumas, both my life that I've lived and generational like trauma and curses, right? And just, and once I started doing this work and I started like changing my perspective and sitting with myself and regulating my nervous system and learning how to do breath work and learning how to take that inside of me and look at it at face value head on and say no more. No more. I want peace. I want inner peace. I'm tired of all this turmoil. I'm tired of never knowing from day to day what's going to happen in my life and how I'm going to react to it. And what kind of emotion is going to steer me that day, or what kind of feeling is going to steer me that day, or what kind of thought process is going to steer me that day. And it takes a lot of work. But once you do it, and once you face those things about yourself, and you really dig down deep and you start uprooting, I'm seeing like a hand going into the soil and uprooting. You have to get to the root of it. You have to get to the root of why you are the way that you are. And at least try, right? And sit with spirit, because spirit will show you. Spirit is a great teacher. There's many teachers among us, but Spirit is by bar none, by far, the best teacher I've had. And it unlocked something in me, right? It unlocked something in me, something that I didn't even know I was capable of. Emotional regulation. So even when I get upset, I still feel them. I still feel those negative things when they come up, but it doesn't control me anymore. I have the ability to control it. Now, is it perfect? No. It's a journey. It's something that every day you have to work at. But it is a choice. It is a choice. You have a choice. Are you going to pop off at the mouth? Are you going to lose control? Are you going to lose your head? Are you going to jump ship? Are you going to freak out? Are you going to hurt, intentionally, unintentionally self-sabotage? Because that's really what you're doing, is when we have those reactionary emotions and feelings, you're self-sabotaging. God has a world-changing plan planted inside of you. Let it grow. Back to that plant metaphor, right? That image, a hand going in and ripping stuff, I almost cursed, ripping stuff out of the ground, ripping the roots out. Because when you're trying to garden, and I think I've used this analogy before, when you're trying to garden, the weeds, all right, the weeds, let's say, is the trauma, right? And you're trying to plant flowers or vegetables or fruit or whatever, right? The weeds will snuff out the root system of the good fruit, right? And you have to go in and you have to dig around, look around and see what's down there and see what's going on. Self-care routine, teeth whitening, diet and exercise, skincare ritual, 8 hours of sleep. Okay, so that's definitely part of it, though, is taking care of yourself while you're doing this. And just showing love and honoring you as an individual and looking at yourself and saying, even if nobody else does, I love you. Even if we gotta rock this until the wheels fall off. You and I do this with myself in the mirror. I'm doing it right now. Right? You and I, till the end, right? Even if all fall away, and it's just me and my spirit team and God and my ancestors, that is fine. That is okay by me. I accept that. And also to make amends helps quite a bit if you're able to. And yes, you're doing it to just resolve whatever the issue is, but it's also part of that healing. It's also taking accountability for oneself and going to another and saying, hey, I realized I did you wrong. And whether or not you forgive me, I'm coming to you and apologizing. And I want to try to heal this between us. Now, whether they accept that or not up to you. And if they don't, you can't get upset with them. You can't get mad at them. Well, I'm trying to make things better. No, that's regression. We're not getting anywhere with that. You just say, okay, take your time, and I'm here. And you carry on. And the one person, and I'm sure everybody knows where I'm going with this, but if you don't, here we go. The one person that you have to forgive and make amends with, yourself. I had a lot in my life that I had to look at and I had to say. And I had to say, listen, that really hurt. I made a lot of decisions in my life that at the time, the lesser of two evils, right? But it still wasn't great because I didn't have the tools at that time to be able to make a better decision. Now I do. Now I do. Now it's different. I'm different. I'm a different person. You're going to be a different person when you do this work. And it happens slowly and over time and gradually in increments. But eventually others will start to notice. And that's when you'll start to notice. Is when things do come up, you're not so reactionary. You're not looking at yourself and just spouting off at the mouth, you know? And for me, like, I had kind of already been on a healing journey or trying to, like, heal parts of myself. But what really was the catalyst, what was really the jumping off point, and what really changed was when something devastating had happened to me. And if I can help others not have to fall down that far in order to be able to see themselves in that light, right? Or feel that pain, then and still be able to do the work, then that's what I'm here to do. But even when you hit the rock bottom, it's a stable foundation to rebuild who you are. The true love of your life is yourself. Prepare to live out the 3D realm voluntarily alone. You're going to be spending some time alone doing this. Someone thinks very highly of you. You're constantly on their mind. You're moving soon. You're about to become the reason your whole family never has to worry about money again. Focus on yourself. Lock into creativity. Love yourself. God will bring someone to love you too. Just take care of yourself right now. Honor yourself. And just, you know, I think a lot of times people are so concerned about finding someone outside of themselves to love them because they haven't learned how to love themselves. And I think that when we're called to be alone for long periods of time, that's one of the lessons we're there to learn, is how to love ourselves unconditionally. Even the dark side. You're God's secret weapon. Prepare for war. You're going to battle your demons. You've been robbed of things since childhood. Oh, you've been robbed of things you deserve since childhood. It's all coming to you times 10. So you have some stuff coming in. Yeah. Yeah. Release control. Spirit will lead the way. Exactly. 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 Your life is supposed to be fun. Never-ending goodness. Yeah. And how can you have fun? And how can you have a good time? And how can you enjoy things if you have all that garbage festering inside, right? And like the one thing that I learned too is like those type of emotions can, you know, if prolonged, right, can cause all kinds of illnesses in our physical apparatus, you know. And you know, yes, we have like our medical field, right, our medical industry. We have doctors and nurses and scientists and so on and so forth. But a lot of times, doing this work, you can heal yourself. The body, the cells will begin to regenerate and begin to care for you as you care for you. And maybe I need to make a whole video about that. Anyway, your ability to create is evidence God's love for you. Talk to the stars. Okay, so spend some time alone. You have to. Because when you start digging up those things, believe me, you don't want anybody around. You don't want anybody to see that. But you have to see it. Alright? You have to accept it for what it is. And you have to come to terms with it, facing your demons. let's get into these new decks. 1 second. Baby, I'm a gangster too, and it takes two to tango. You don't wanna mess with me. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Alright. So I did kind of get into these decks last night, just me and Spirit. It was interesting. I'm still kind of new to these. I'm still learning them. I do have the booklet, so I'm going to kind of just give my own interpretation. And then maybe we'll try and... because I'm only going to pull a few from each. And we'll also see what the guidebook has to say. Alright, Spirit, brand new deck. Let's go. Reciprocity, give help, receive help. Gift, precious offering. Intuition, listen to your inner voice. Your inner voice is a gift. Whether you realize it or not. Confirmation burp. Ooh, confirmation burp. Reflection. Reflection reveals who you are. Yeah. Yeah, look in the mirror. Take a good look at yourself. When given the opportunity. Go look in a mirror. Mirror work is helpful as well when you're going through these dark nights of the soul and you're uprooting this trauma. And just looking at yourself for who you are. And accepting it, all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. Accepting all of you. And saying, these are the parts of myself I love. These are the parts of myself I'm not so thrilled about. And these are the parts of myself I need to fix. And honoring you as an individual. Honoring yourself. Healthy choices. Choose wisely. Soulmate, someone from your soul tribe. Look for a divine test. Plot twist, unexpected development. Okay, and I'm going to show you these because they're really good. The artwork on them is really pretty. That's your gift. This is the reciprocity. Healthy choices. Intuition, reflection, pretty mirror, soulmate, little pup dog, bow, bow, bow. A test, some sort of beetle. If you know what kind of beetle this is, will you drop it in the comments, please? I'm not sure. To me, it kind of looks like a scarab. I could be wrong. I'm no bug expert. The plot twist with typewriter. You're the author of your story. Okay? So let's get into it. 3. Reciprocity. Reciprocity. Extending a helping hand and accepting assistance not only fosters a sense of interconnectedness, but also amplifies happiness. When we offer support, whether through advice, aid, or companionship, it not only benefits the recipient, but it also elevates our own joy. Likewise, being open to receiving help cultivates a sense of humility and gratitude while strengthening relationships. 2, test. Yeah, with the reciprocity, giving help, receiving help, sharing, receiving help, happiness, exchange, interconnectedness, gratitude. Number 2, test. Look for a divine test. Signs, divine tests, life lessons, awareness, growth, opportunities, personal development. It's important to pay attention to signs and potential challenges that may come our way, as they can provide valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. I think that plays right into what we're talking about. By being aware of and receptive to constructive feedback, we can use these challenges as ways to gain wisdom, strength, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. and our surroundings. This way of thinking helps us handle life's obstacles with resilience and awareness, leading to continuous self improvement and thereby progress. Exactly. Man, spirit, full body chills. Yeah, I think this plays right into what we're discussing. Intuition, listen to your inner voice, inner knowing, perception, alignment, visions, secrets, hidden truths, gut feeling. Listen to your gut. Your intuition is stronger than you think, but we have to allow it to voice what it has to say and us to listen to it. Our intuition often guides us towards alignment and harmony and protects us from toxic energies. Concurred. It helps us make decisions that resonate with our authentic essence. By listening to our inner voice, we recognize situations, people, or environments that are nurturing and supportive in nature. Turning inward for guidance helps us navigate life's complexities and move towards greater personal peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. 26, the plot twist. Plot twist, unexpected development, shocking news, perceptions, assumptions, imaginations, misunderstandings, new realizations. Things have taken an unexpected turn. Perceptions of people and surroundings may not have always been accurate, and assumptions have been made without any basis. This has led to someone's imagination running wild. Although this feels unexpected, it's a good time to reflect on what may have caused the misunderstanding and confusion. Have we played a part? Depending on the situation, this could be, in fact, a very fortunate turn of events. We can use this twist to rewrite our story and move forward in alignment. Yes, concurred and agreed upon. That's part of the work, is saying, what part do I play in all of this? That's part of that digging up from the roots, right? And looking at yourself and saying, okay, like this situation or this experience could have been handled differently. What part did I play in it? And that was I think that was kind of what I was trying to get to earlier when I derailed into that little story about myself. 41, healthy choices. Healthy choices, choose wisely. Investing in the future, confidence, emotional well-being, healthy habits, wellness, social media, restrictions, detox. Make healthy choices that are good for your unique nature. This is an investment in your future. When we base our decisions on our values, we stay true to ourselves and move forward confidently. This helps us avoid negative feelings like guilt, shame, and self-judgment that can hold us back from achieving our personal goals. By creating healthy habits, we can prevent falling into unwanted emotions. Take that as confirmation. Remember that we are what we consume, so it's important to stay away from unhealthy foods, addictive substances, negative media, and other things that can adversely impact our mind, body, and spirit. I'll take that as confirmation. I'll take that as confirmation. 44. Reflection. Reflection reveals who you are. Self-reflection, mirroring energy, shadow self, acceptance, examining actions, consequences. Full body chills. Holy Toledo. Woo, woo. Oh, waves of them. Holy cow. The meaning of this card is highly contextual. To balance the scales, you may need to employ a certain duality. You might have to call upon your shadow self for guidance. Full body chills. or you may need to accept a specific aspect of yourself to progress, to progress to the next level of a situation. This could involve examining your actions and how they have contributed to your current state of affairs. Spirit, which could be both good and bad. On the other hand, this could also signify that you or someone else is trying to lovingly mirror the other's energy. And I think we've said that before, like, when you're a mirror for somebody else, not everybody likes what they see, okay? So, because not everybody's done the work. Not everybody's ready to look at that dark side of themselves. 46, soulmate. Soulmate is the one with the puppy. Someone from your soul tribe. Strong connection, natural bond, platonic soulmate, harmonious relationship, complete ease. This is a person with whom you feel a strong connection. This bond is natural and effortless with no opposition. It feels like you have known this person for a long time. This person could be your romantic partner or a platonic soulmate. Even if there are differences in age, occupation, background, or appearance, you feel drawn to one another and you bring out the best versions of each other. This relationship is harmonious and uplifting, and it will align you with your higher path. I think if they're not already in your life, and we did have a love reading yesterday, those soul contracts, those soulmate energies, those soul tribe vibes are super important on this journey, because it gives you comfort. It gives, I'm hearing comfort, yeah, because there's an alignment there. And it's knowing that you have somebody in your corner. Okay. Spirit said move on. Okay. Gift. Precious offering. Reward for hard work. Great happiness. Perfect moment. Synchronicities. Opportunities. Blessings. The universe is about to reward you for your hard work. This gift will be a blessing, and it may come in the form of a present from someone, regardless of its nature. It will bring you great happiness. It might mark the beginning of something new, such as a partnership, connection, friendship, or career. This fresh start will come at the perfect moment and will be just what you need. You will notice synchronicities of time, events, and people that confirm that this was meant to be. This strong sense of confidence will set the foundation for the road ahead, leading to more good that is destined to follow. I'm going to interpret that as, like, when you do this work, that is the gift. Learning a different side of who you are is a gift. Getting to know that dark side of yourself is a gift. Warning, pay attention to the red flags. Okay. All right. We're going to get into the other deck, because I need to get ready for work here very shortly. So I'm only going to do a couple. I hope this is helping. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments. I do see them. And I'm happy to be here to help. Because going through your shadow work and looking at your dark side is not easy. Not easy. Let's get into it. All right, Spirit, couple cards. Oh, holy cow, no. We're not doing that. Spirit. Solitude. That was the first card that popped out. Solitude. Look at this card. Look at the artwork on this. Gorgeous. 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 Let's see what else we got out here. Protection. Meditation. Renewal. Compassion. Harmony. Doing this alone is not easy, but it is necessary. And you are protected while you do this. Meditation is very helpful. All right. There is a renewal at the end. You are a new person. You are a different person by the end of this. Compassion and harmony. There will be peace at the end. There will be a harmonious balance within oneself when you do this. All right, so let's start with renewal. Number 7. Number 7, renewal. Keywords: renewal, rhythm, healing, rest. The crystal is moonstone. Be kind to yourself today as you align with the natural rhythm of the season. Take the time to slow down and adjust to changes. The woman sits with the new shoots of spring. With the new shoots of spring around her, keeping a lamb warm in her coats. This is gathering her strength for a new life stirring, coming out of the winter chill. She uses a pink moonstone to plan and douse. I need to look up that word. I saw it before too, and I want to be clear on that. Clear. I want clarity on it. She leaves charms in the trees to honor the triple goddess watching over the seasons. The living earth cycle requires a time for slowing and healing, and a time for action and life springing forth. Today, there may be subtle changes afoot. Spend time in nature. Feel everything shift just as it should. Listen to your body and allow rest and kindness where required. Yeah. Yup. Spirits on point today. Spirit's always on point. It's whether I hear it correctly. That's where it goes. All right. Number 8, protection. Look at how pretty it is. These cards are gorgeous. Protection. Keywords: armament, armament, ARMAMENT. Strengthen boundaries, aura. Crystal is hematite. Examine boundaries and self-preservation. Strengthen your source through stillness and by expanding your auric fields. The girl and her familiar approach the forest clearing to observe the protection ritual. She wears a hood adorned with acorns and oak leaves for strength. There are copper charms above her head and hematite stones in her pocket. It is a wonderful practice to work on protective rituals from time to time, free from superstitions and attachment to any belief system. Protection is represented here by the mighty oak and acorns, along with the barriers of thistles and the energizing aura of copper. Look into the old arts of herbalism and nature lore to find talismans and elemental energies that resonate and strengthen you. Harmony. Been a long time since I got a new deck. I've just been channeling decks lately. And like my old decks, oh man, I did not know what I was doing before. until I did this shadow work and I became closer to spirit and I could hear it more clearly and started to trust my intuition. But I had gotten rid of all of my decks and all of my practice and all of my altar and everything on it at one point, just because I had opened something I could not close. So when doing magic, be very careful. Very careful. Very careful. 17, harmony. Harmony, keywords, balance, energy, breath, flow, and the crystal is fluorite. Create balance and flow to enchant the movement of energy in your life. The girl escapes to the mountains to practice meditation and Tai Chi. The elements move freely around her and her companions, restoring the yin and yang balance, carrying fluorite stone to help with balance, coordination, and energy flow. The rising and falling movement of life source energy is like breath itself. Experience the perfect expansion and contraction, the perfect balance of and harmonious momentum with the universe. From this smallest place of harmony, bring your life breath to all activity and movement. Know that this is a perfect undercurrent carrying you gracefully with its flow. And I think that goes kind of back to what we were talking about, balancing the two, dualities. In a certain way, that's the way I interpreted that. 21, meditation. I gotta hurry up. I'm gotta get ready for work. Sorry, I'm not trying to rush this, and I'm not trying to rush spirit. It's just, I gotta go to work. Meditation. Keywords, routine, breath, quiet, peace. Crystal is blue lace agate. Meditation will present infinite benefits at this time. Incorporate practice into your daily routine or strengthen existing ones. The woman has traveled to a sacred place high in the mountains to engage in meditation. Meditation. The card represents this powerful tradition of both the East and the West. She is heavily adorned and represents her commitment and seriousness to her practice. She carries many coins to be in her perfect place with her perfect teacher, but ultimately she gives away everything to the moment of space one breath can carry. A small blue lace agate will bring a presence and calm to any moment. Finding or strengthening meditative practice will bring such peace into your life. Look at how you can incorporate it more often into the day with comfort and no thought. Prepare a physical space or visit a place in nature. Consider a ceremony. Man, my throat. Consider a ceremony of senses to set the scene. Before long, you will be able to carry the peace anywhere from one single breath, as it becomes an intrinsic part of your life. That's back to what I was saying. Like, once you start to do this work and once you start to heal that stuff and you uproot that trauma, that healing goes with you everywhere. So any situation you find yourself in, you are capable of handling. 31, compassion. Compassion. Keywords, nature, giving, love, life, and the crystal is morganite. Just as spring nurtures life into existence, allow compassion to nurture your soul self into your whole self and extend to each living thing in the surroundings. Astara, the goddess of the spring, was late one year and found a little fledgling dying of the cold. Taking pity, she changed the little bird into a hare with a warm coat and breathed new life into it. It is said the same hare comes back each spring, and leaves eggs as a way of saying thank you. We sometimes refer to him as the Easter Bunny. The tiniest act of compassion can indeed have far-reaching consequences. Compassion requires doing as well as being. Full body chills. Look for ways to extend your compassion today. First, become present and allow yourself a great kindness. Turn compassion and forgiveness into a tangible force within. From this seeded beginning, you will be able to amplify and multiply. Notification. Confirmation. From this seeded beginning, you will be able to amplify and multiply this gift to others you meet. Envelop every living being in the oneness of that compassion. And let me start that sentence over. Envelop every living being in the oneness so that compassion can take root. Morganite is the perfect stone to carry to bring healing and compassion. It is aligned to the heart chakra. Its soft energy is light, like life lifting a burden. It is aligned to the heart chakra, and its soft energy is light, like lifting a burden. Okay. It's not light, but it's light like a feather. Okay, got it. Got it. Interesting. I'm still getting to know these cards, but I think we've had some synchronicities so far. 41, solitude. Solitude. Keywords: contemplation, quiet, clarity, renewal. And the crystal is black obsidian. Solitude can bring a deeper understanding of how our worlds operate. This wise woman has chosen quiet retreat for a period of time. Living in solitude and without distraction will allow the natural rhythm of the earth to mingle with her soul. When she is ready to return, she will have a gift to share, just like the hermit in tarot or the monk in his cave. Silence brings great reward to the soul. Black obsidian can be used to look into the darkness and mirror back what we need to learn. Confirmation. There may be a need to seek solitude for a quiet introspection just now. External energies can be confusing and feel like they are affecting your thoughts and well-being. Time alone, away from the trappings of modern social constructs, can help simplify and clarify. When you are ready to emerge, be sure to bring back your insights and share with others, imparting your wisdom from a place of love and non-judgmental. Non-judgment, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Man, spirit. Oh, full body chills and just immediate emotion. Like, okay. I hope this helps. We'll get more into these when I have some more time. Thank you for listening. I love you. Be good. Do good. It's gonna be all right. If you have any questions, if you need, to just vent what you're going through, please leave a comment. I do read them. I will respond when I can, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out. You're doing the work. That is the most important part, is you're doing the work. After you do the work and after you get to know yourself and you really get in tuned within, the rest is much easier to handle. So, all right. Love you. Do good. Be good. And maybe we'll do this again sometime. Bye.